So I am late to the party on the Obsidian, and do you know how hard I tried to make this video? I tried very hard. But at the end of the day, I really don't like this tank. Now that's okay if you like this tank, but you do need to acknowledge that you like a lump of poo. And I am also not saying that, this is a bad thing, that tanks being added to the game are not super OP. I'm not crying about it. I don't care. I'm just saying, I don't like it. I don't even really want to make a video on this tank. In my opinion, this tank is incredibly painful to play, and it's just not very nice. The armor is troll until you know what to do against it. The mobility is god-awful, even with a turbo. And just for fun, me and Duke done a drag race. We both went in with exactly the same loadouts. And I was using Grousers, he was using a turbo. Each time, we done one without food and one with food. And as you can see from it, turbo is just flat out better. Even if you don't have a very good crew, I would not advise Grousers on this tank. Always turbo over Grousers. The main reason for it is that you get the engine power boost from the turbo. So the turbo is always going to make your tank faster, even if the top speed is never reached. The acceleration is always going to be better with a turbo than it would be with Grousers, because you have more engine power, therefore more power to weight. Now I wanted to make this video as Murney was on the downside towards the end of the event, or even just after the event ended. And I just couldn't be bothered to play the tank. The thing is, there's so many better tanks that are premium vehicles in this game right now that it just doesn't really make sense to play it if you have other vehicles. If you don't have other vehicles, then this is absolutely fine, right? No one's going to tell you that you shouldn't play this vehicle if it's your only tier 8 premium, right? You're going to make money from it. It's a tier 8 premium at the end of the day. And it's definitely not an awful credit maker. 212 standard pen, that's pretty nice. Although the 200 alpha, especially if it low rolls, not so nice. But overall, I just feel like this vehicle is meh. Okay? That's how I feel about it. It's not exceptional at anything. It's pretty awful at some stuff. And it just doesn't have the fun factor. Now, I didn't really feel like there was much of a rush to let you know my opinion on the tank, because, to be honest, anyone could just grind this tank out and get it for free. Even if you're just only playing a few hours a night. It's not that it wasn't that difficult to get this tank. So there was never like the feeling of, oh, is this tank worth grinding, so hard to get, when it was pretty easy to get it. I mean, all that it really required was that you invested your time into playing the game mode. And if you didn't want to do that, like for me, I went all the way up until I needed about 60 keys or something, and I just bought that for £8. So I basically got a tier 8 premium for £8, which is not too bad. Plus all the other bonuses along the way with it. So yeah, this is my Obsidian video for you. If you have it and you like it, amazing. I, on the other hand, do not.